being able to provide care, to be able to give back to my culture and to my mob was one of the main reasons that I wanted to become a physiotherapist. When I first heard about the opportunity of joining the council, I was actually in two minds of, would this be a safe working environment to go into? And it wasn't until I started speaking to some of my First Nation colleagues that had interactions with the council and explained how responsive and how culturally safe the environment they have made and continue to develop and build, gave me the confidence to really want to apply for the opportunity to become a part of the accreditation team and a member. The value that I feel that I bring to accreditation panel is not only that I'm a clinically practicing physiotherapist, I work in the education system and the sector, but also have that unique lens of being a First Nations person, which collectively combined brings a bigger holistic view at when we're looking at different government policies and program policies and structures to be able to help guide the accreditation standards and view the standards in a more of a rounded view as opposed to just using my own clinical view. I feel it's really important for universities to integrate their cultural safety knowledge into their curriculum, not only just this once-off tokenistic opportunity to learn about First Nations people, but it shows that it's embedded into the way of the culture of the way a physiotherapist will be acting and treating their patients into the future. So first and foremost, when I'm looking at accreditation documents, what I'm trying to look for is ensuring that the graduates that are coming out of these universities are going to be safe for all patients within an Australian system. How do they teach those students how to interact and treat those patients with that empathy? How do they build that rapport? How do they ensure that they are teaching cultural safety to those students? And how do they actually practice that to engage with the potential patients that they will be working with in the future? However, there is still some fear within the physiotherapy programs around how to build in First Nations curriculum within their program. And it's completely understandable. And it's the fear of failure, the fear of getting things wrong. And with such an important topic, no one wants to get this wrong, but then that can hold us back. So what I tend to try and encourage is not only that we want to deliver a culturally safe program, but we want our educators to be culturally brave. Becoming a physio probably wasn't on my radar when I was growing up. I didn't actually know what a physiotherapist was at all. And it wasn't until I was in the Australian Defence Force and had a number of injuries in there where I was sent to the same person a couple of times over and over again. And then I realised that after building that connection that they were the physio and they were the ones that could help manage the injuries and get you back into the training, which I found really, really exciting and cool. And that's where that journey began. I would love to see an increase in the workforce for First Nations Australians in the physiotherapy profession. And I really feel that increasing the number of First Nations physiotherapists will then allow for more First Nations people to engage with physiotherapists to then be able to work with some of their conditions, which many of them can be preventable and manageable through physiotherapy alone. One of the main reasons that I would really encourage our young people to become a physiotherapist is not only is it a fulfilling, fun and enjoyable career, but it also gives you that opportunity for different career pathways as well. I never thought that I would be sitting in front of a camera, for example, and talking to people about my physiotherapy experiences, but this is where it can lead you to be able to do that. And to advocate for our First Nations people is another area where I think we can really highlight and help our mob. So I would encourage all young people to consider physiotherapy as their main career option.